I'm going to cover Daniel 12:4. It says, "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even until the time of the end." So we know when this prophecy was meant for, the time of the end, our generation. It says, "Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased." We know that our generation is the only generation who's increased in this knowledge, more knowledge in 50 years than all of history combined. And primarily that comes because of the use of computers. Not only that, but in Revelation chapter 13, Jesus shows us that the Antichrist will control the world's economy. We know this because it says that nobody's going to be able to buy or sell anything unless, obviously, if they had the name, the mark, or the name of this beast, who is the Antichrist. So we know that this kind of technology, in order to monitor anybody in the world or everybody in the world, there'd have to be some really intelligence there. And we're getting this in our generation. Now, if you will, take a look at, very briefly, here's an article that talks about, and I've been warning you that the economic collapse is coming. And this is one of the world's advanced economics, or economies are headed for a second recession, regardless of whether there is a further chaos in Europe. Noted economist Noel Nubini told the CNBC. So Nubini, who currently predicted the 2008 financial crisis, but has got some of the bearish calls wrong, said that the reading of recent data suggested the U.S. and the Eurozone and the UK are already on the verge of falling into a recession. I've been warning about this. It's going to come. Jesus told us about this. So I just wanted to briefly show you what was going on here, because he's talking about the Eurozone, which has fallen apart, and it will continue to fall apart. They're trying to prop it up, but it's really not going to work. But let me show you the product of this increased generation. Electronic surveillance scandal hits Germany. Now, get this. It says, it sounds like something out of the George Orwell's novel of 1984, a computer program that can remotely control someone's computer without their knowledge, search its complete contents, and use it to conduct audiovisual surveillance via the microphone or the webcam. But the spy software that the famous German hacker organization Chaos Computer Club has obtained is not used by criminals looking to steal credit card data or send spam emails. If the CCC is to be believed, the so-called Trojan horse software was used by German authorities. The case has already triggered a political shockwave in the country and could have far-reaching consequences. On Saturday, the CCC announced that it had been given hard drives containing a state spying software, which had allegedly been used by German investigators to carry out surveillance of the internet communication. So could you imagine this kind of technology? And it could only happen because of the birth of computers, and it only happened in our generation. But this kind of Trojan horse software is now, actually, they're going to be looking into this because they believe that this has violated the German law. But you have the German high powers using this. And so you see that the technology that the Antichrist will have at his exposure to be able to monitor anybody who does not take the mark of the beast. So when you're looking at news, by the way, you will see all of these things are combined. They're coming together. And it's happening in one specific generation, and it's our generation that these things are taking place. So that you can see that the article is pretty lengthy, and I would suggest you go and look at it. And it just shows you the byproduct of the increased generation, or the increased in knowledge in this generation. Not all the knowledge that we're seeing from technology is good, obviously.